Now I have the great honor to start introducing our speakers tonight. I'm just going to introduce the first speaker, and then they'll go in rotation after that, I guess. Is that right? They'll go in rotation after that. But the first speaker that we have tonight is our first Republican Secretary of State, Karen Handel. Now let me tell you, Karen Handel is the one that stood up to the Justice Department when we were doing the voter ID bills in the Senate and the House and told the Justice Department this is what we're going to do. She was the bulwark, just like Catherine Harris was in Florida in 2000, their Secretary of State. We have our own Secretary of State who made a name for herself here in Georgia, Karen Handel. I told them one time at another meeting that Alaska is not the only state that has a pit bull with lipstick. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor for me to present to you our Secretary of State, Karen Handel.
Gosh, I can't believe what an awesome crowd we have here. You know, as I've been traveling around the state, we're seeing more and more people being energized and motivated to come out and stand up and speak out for what we're seeing in Washington. And I will tell you this, Ronald Reagan said, if you can't make them see the light, then by golly, make them feel the heat. And that's what we're doing, and we need to keep up the momentum on that and hold the feet to the fire. I want to thank Senator Douglas for his support, and also Commissioner Fleming, two individuals who serve y'all extremely well. I am running for governor because I believe we need new vision, new leadership, and tenacious problem solving in this state with a 21st century vision that really is committed to innovative problem solving to deal with the challenges that we have here in Georgia. Now, a lot of people will say, gosh, Karen, we've got a water crisis, a transportation crisis, rising unemployment, a budget crisis, and lots of other things. What's a nice girl like you want with a tough challenge like that? Well, I'll tell you why. I have always been one who has never shied away from challenges. In fact, I thrive on them with a kind of bring-it-on sense of determination. But most importantly, I not only face challenges head-on, I actually get the job done. I am a lifelong conservative Republican, not because it was convenient and not because it made good politics for me to be a conservative Republican, but because of my beliefs and my values, my belief in the sanctity of life, my belief that marriage is between a man and a woman, that we have to have a strong Second Amendment, that lower taxes is what stimulates an economy, and when you have a budget problem, you cut spending. I'm the only candidate in this race who has real practical business experience, having served in an international accounting firm and also for a major global eye care company. I've also been CEO of the North Fulton Chamber of Commerce, one of the largest chambers in the state, where I took that organization from the brink of bankruptcy to solvency. And in that job, I also was responsible for creating jobs. Other candidates are going to talk about creating jobs. I've actually done it. As chairman of the Fulton County Commission, I face a $100 million budget deficit and a Democratic proposal to raise the property taxes by 3 mills. I went to work again. I made rational cuts, reprioritized spending in the county, and we balanced not only that budget, but every single budget under my tenure without a tax increase. And when I left Fulton County, they had the highest cash reserves in the history of that county. As your Secretary of State, I've been your champion on photo ID. I've had to deal with Roy Barnes, the ACLU, and the Democratic Party. I took them on and I won. Under my, yes. And we know photo ID works. Under my leadership, we now have proof of citizenship to register to vote in the state of Georgia. And oh yes, I did tell the Obama administration to bring it on when they tried to stop our voter verification project. Governor is going to have a lot of challenges on her plate. We must have tenacious problem solving. We need to create jobs, and we need to do that by developing a 21st century economic development strategy for this state, where we're refocused on small business. Small business is the backbone of job creation in Georgia and this country, and we need to retool that economic development focus and get focused on the industries that are going to be the job generators of this next century. We need to reform education and completely transform it so that we have a 21st century classroom where we're leveraging technology to have individualized education and expanded opportunities, expanded choice opportunities as well, hold teachers accountable, but by golly, let's get out of the way and let them actually teach. Tax reform. We need to modernize our code so that we can give you real meaningful tax reform and tax relief by lowering the income taxes and really coming forward and having a modern tax code. And yes, a 21st century transportation plan that deals with the congestion today, but also prepares for the congestion of tomorrow. If you believe that we can do better in this state, then I ask you to join me. It is a crowded field for governor. There are a lot of well-intentioned individuals in this race. But I will tell you, the next governor better have a whole lot more than good intentions. Need to have the right kind of leadership and actually have been tested under really tough circumstances and tough environments to get the job done. Someone who understands that policy are nothing but words on a piece of paper until they can be workable and actually implementable. I am the candidate who has that experience. If you believe that we can do better than today, that we need a 21st century vision for Georgia, then I ask you to join me in saying, bring it on to the challenges that we have, and together we will get the job done and move our state forward. Thank you. God bless you.